Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Carolina Panthers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They'll start on the ground with Irving. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They're just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Irving. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, you ever called him the disruptor? And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready. Hut.
Here is Young. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Here we go. Set. Hut. Hut.
To throw, Young. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. The Panthers at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day,
touchdown, Carolina! Brian Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this Carolina defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
He's across midfield and finally brought down at the 38. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
To throw is Nix. Otten brings it in over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On play action, here's Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll just get rid of it.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now a 2nd and 10. Nix to the air. Touchdown! Arian Smith, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Panthers take over 1st down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through. And this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 47 yards.
For a Panthers first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 30-yard line. They'll run up the middle here with Blue. Able to power through. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards in a Panther first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Drops it to Blue, complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Ready. Yellow, 43.
Looking to throw, Young. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Throwing Nix. That is caught. There he goes, right side. Inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Arian Smith with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Broncos 14, Panthers 7.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Okay, ready? Seal, flat.
Young, he's going to change it up. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
Smith, red. Set, hut. Ready?
They go with Blue between the tackles. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Set, ready.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Young. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And he's got it. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
First down and goal to go.
Blues will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Nix. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Fielded just inside the 30. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And Barton, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Set, ready.
Young to throw it. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go now. Ready?
Young now from the 50. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now 2nd and 9. To throw, here's Nix. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 3rd and 4. Now it's Nix. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. But I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
Come on, set, cut.
Now Young running the option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down and goal to go.
On the ready.
Final play of the half, Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Ready,
Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for two. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So we'll see what Young and his guys can do here as they walk up for the two-point try.
Panthers will line up for the two-point conversion.
Young, a final shot before break. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Black 40. 22.
On the draw, here's Blue. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Ready. Blue, 32, ready.
Young now. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll try to run for it with Blue. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now Young. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. A turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Young to throw it. This is caught by McMillan. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Here we go. Ready?
Off the play fake, Young. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That is incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Ready up.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
60, cut.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Ready.
On first down, it's Blue. Now loose football. The ball comes out. And it looks like one of the DBs Broncos has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime makes had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's only able to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This is Smith to the ground. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
To the right, yeah. Ready. My knees. Behind. Olay, olay, olay. Olay, olay, olay.
Straight ahead, it's Irvin. Well, a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he's got it inside the 10. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Ready.
Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and it looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Arian Smith, 31 yards. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 1st down, you're almost in field goal position.
Its metal brain corrodes.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
Now, like that, he knew that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Here we go. Here, ready.
On the run, it's Delta. Breaks a tackle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther 1st down.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out 1st downs. And that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Let's go. Set.
To the right side, complete to Thomas. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take it.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they can't bring him down. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a two-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Next to the air. There's a short one taken in by Otten. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Chuba Hubbard, 52 yards. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Ready?
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Ready.
Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a look. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers look like they're going to be moving to 6-0 as they extend that lead even further. Now the try here for the point after. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing Nix. And this one is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Man, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good. Broncos first down. A gain of 15.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Another try, second and 10 now. Here's Nix. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. They find some open field here. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23.
And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Play after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Broncos 28.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
It's a
Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That's complete to Chuba Hubbard. Down to the 10, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Ready.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Ready, set.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Here we go. Here, set.
Young off the play fake. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Set, hut. 45, wide. Ready?
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Panthers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.